Argentina, the second largest country in all of South America, which seems to stretch to the ends of the earth, encompassing a wide array of geographical landforms and climates. Argentina boasts mountains of ice as well as painted Andean deserts. It is a country with land as diverse as its history, dating back as far as 10,000 BC. In its early years, Argentina was nothing more than scattered tribes with hunter-gatherer economies dating all the way back to 10,000 BC. But, before long, these tribes had begun innovating. Their hunter-gatherer ways were fading away as new and improved methods of livelihood came forth. The tribes of Argentina were beginning to farm in order to support their newly increasing population. This is Hufanaka Pohanunu II. Hufanaka is living in pre-imperial Argentina, approximately 1450. He is chief of the Guarani, one of the most prominent tribes in the area. The Guarani have a flourishing economy and rich culture.
The Guarani were indeed a very affluent tribe. Their cutting-edge agriculture was one of the most eminent of Argentina during this particular time period.
I am here on the vast plains of Argentina, standing in the exact spot where the Guarani tribe settled. As you can see, the soil is quite fertile and lush. Inside the Guarani houses lived about 10 to 15 family members. Can you even believe that? It is also consisted of about 400,000 members. And by the time that... Hey, cut that out.
You cut it out.
The Spanish invaded... Stop it! Get out of here!
Okay.
Yeah.
The Guarani tribe believed that the earth and all of humankind was created by Tupave, the supreme god. Their idea of the creation of the earth is surprisingly similar to the Christian belief of how earth and man came to be.
According to legend, Tupave lived on the sun, which is quite sensible considering he created light itself. In the new world he created, Tupave fabricated man out of a mixture of clay, plants, bird blood, and spring water, all of which he devised himself. He then told them basically that they were the beginnings of the human race. From these first creations of man evolved a society that learned to work together.
The first Spanish explorer to set foot in Argentina was Juan Diaz de Solis in 1516. Solis reached and named Rio de la Plata, but was soon after killed and supposedly eaten by natives. Later, in 1526, Sebastian Cabot established what is recognized as the first Spanish settlement in the Rio de la Plata region. This was the beginning of the Spanish colonization of Argentina, the event that would permanently alter the country in every form. The year is now 1542, and Hufanaka Pohanunu II's great-grandson, Hufanaka Pohanunu V, is living in Argentina during Spanish rule. The life he is living is much different than his great-grandfather's due to Spanish influence and a technological advancing way of life.
Well, compared to pre-imperial Argentine economy, imperial Argentine economy is much more advanced than the hunter-gatherer economy had been. But because of the new European settled in the area, more resources were needed, such as cattle hides for tents, food to eat, etc. This led to the creation of ranches. But the population grew significantly due to Spanish immigrants, causing new industries to develop and a higher demand for labor.
Argentina during Spanish rule was a viceroyalty of the Spanish Empire in America. This means that the ruler of Argentina was really under the rule of the Spanish king. The smaller parts of the country were ruled by governors who were often military officers. Excuse me. These governors ruled for about 200 years. Spanish rule in Argentina came to an end on July 9, 1816.
Argentine culture is a widely debated topic because there were many cultures within. One of the most commonly referred to cultures is those of the gauchos. These gauchos were the horsemen who tended to the cattle in the Central Plains region. Gauchos would be the Argentine equivalent to the American cowboy. Look, it's our lucky day. We have a gaucho now.
Open your eyes, I see. Your eyes are open. Wear no disguise for me. Come into the open when it's cold.
Here I am in this really cold river. As it's flowing, this is the river some of the gauchos would have crossed. Oh, here comes one now.
Howdy.
Today, Argentina is the second largest country in South America with 23 provinces with a self-governing city, Buenos Aires. Argentina is a founding member of the United Nations and has one of the largest economies in South America.
There was a lot of meat. Ton of meat. They have lots of beef in Argentina. So they had something called una parrilla, which is like a barbecue. It's like an asado. They bring it to your table and they have every part of the cow you can imagine that you eat. And so it's really known for meat. Pasta, because there's lots of Argentinian people have Italian descent. Friends would get together just like anywhere, play music, sing together. They drink mate, which is like pretty much a tea. And you pass around this mate, and it's like a tradition where there's a server that serves the tea. They drink it and taste it, and they pass it around to every person. And you have a couple sips, and you pass it back, and there's a whole formality with that. Argentina is diverse in terms of the traveling. You can go to the north and south are so different. People are different. It's very European. Nothing like Mexico, so I would recommend it.
Modern Argentina is a federal republic modeled after American government, adopted by a constitution in 1853. In order for someone to hold an office, they must be native-born, Roman Catholic, which is the official religion of the country, and they must be over the age of 30. Voting is obligatory for all citizens aged 18 to 70.
Argentina is currently one of the most prosperous countries in Latin America, and is famous for its beef production with other countries. Oil and natural minerals are just two of Argentina's valuable natural resources.
No way.
As a matter of fact, Argentina exports 2/3 more than it imports. The chief exports are grain, meat, wool, hides, and things such as these. Argentines import mainly equipment, machinery, and industrial chemicals. Argentina, however, has the 8th largest economy in the world.
Argentina is a world of magical wonders and beautiful people. It has become quite successful throughout the course of its young life, and has a bright future. Spanish imperialism had some positive effects and some negative effects on the Argentinians. It was good because it made Argentina a successful, powerful country. It was bad because much of the culture was lost. Despite the changes over the years, Argentina is truly a very special place.